Gerard Paul Rico Espeleta.
Thank you very much for that very kind introduction. You may all take your seats. To our dedicated faculty and staff of our Lady Loveler Academy, headed by our passionate principal, Mrs. Candelaria Balboa, maayong hapon sa inyo tanan. And also to our parents who are here right now to witness this memorable event of their children afternoon. And of course, to the dear class of 2023. You survived. Di ba napaka ng mga magaling? Survive. First of all, allow me to say that I'm very honored to be invited as the guest speaker to one of the most important milestones in your young lives, the day of your graduation. I would like to personally thank Ma'am Gladys Miate for acknowledging my small achievement and considering me as an inspiration to our new graduates. Second of all, let me also take this time to congratulate your parents who made all the sacrifices, moved mountains, and provided you with the resources so that you will be exactly where you are right now. As well as your mentors, the resilient teaching staff of our Lady of the Pillar Academy for molding you and preparing you for a better future. They are the reasons why OLPA is still one of the best academies or schools here in the city. So let us show them your gratitude by giving them a big round of applause as well. Thank you. I know that some of you right now are having mixed emotions. Excited maybe because you are finally ready to look for a job, then buy your first house, then drive your first car, then marry your first spouse. No, just kidding. Nervous maybe because you're still in a dilemma of what course are you going to take, or you're still unsure as to whether you can go to college or not. Sad maybe because today will be the last day of your high school life, and you will take part with your best friends, your crushes, or even your sweethearts. Oh. So graduates, I have a question for you. Sino din yung ka-love life? Hands up? Hindi ito manugit sa parents. Sino din ka-love life? Well, later on you will be going to college and medyo set aside na ang love life. So, I have a question for you. Kung may boyfriend or girlfriend ka ngayon at kailangan nyo nang mag-break up dahil hindi na kayo magkikita pagkatapos ng graduation, anong sasabihin mo sa kanya? Password ka ba? Hindi kasi kita kayang kalimutan, pero kaya kitang palitan. Okay naman ganito. Final exams ka ba? Sorry ha, I failed you. O pwede rin ganito. Summer ka ba? Wala ka kasing class. Disclosure, just borrowed my jokes from no less than the late Senator Mira Defensores and Chatters. So if you find my jokes funny, well, you must have an above average IQ. 25 years ago, I was also like you. I was also anxious because I wasn't sure what life awaited me after graduation. It's like going to war without any battle gears, leaping off into a scary void, or riding a car not knowing where to go. I remember a story about a group of young friends who were asked about their plans after high school. So may isang grupo ng kabataan na tinanong kung ano gusto nilang maging pagkatapos ng high school. Pedro, gusto ko maging doktor para makapaggamot ng kapwa. Jose, gusto ko maging nurse para makatulong sa kapwa. Maria, gusto ko maging mayor para makapagsilbi sa kapwa. Clara, gusto ko maging presidente para makapaglingkod sa kapwa. Juan naman, ako, gusto kong maging kapwa. At a very young age, we have always been told by our parents, guardians, and teachers to dream big and strive for success. And so, that became a vision. That became my plan. However, as I moved forward and proceeded with my journey, I realized that their words of encouragement were for me very big and easier said than done. So now let me offer you 3 simple tips as to how to be successful through my story and through some of the lessons that I've learned along the way. I hope that this will inspire you as well as you're trying to reach your own. A famous author, Anthony Robbins, once said, "Your destiny is determined with the choices that you make." And so tip number 1, you have to know what it is that you want to achieve and why. And this always starts by dreaming, by making visualization of yourself in the next 5 years or so, by making visualization of what you're going to be 5 years from now or so. You see, dreams are closely associated with success. They are anchors that hold our path to success. However, when you dream, always listen closely to the whispers of your heart, because somehow your heart already knows what you truly want in life. And by following the inner calling, you unlock the unlimited potential within and paving a unique path towards success. When I was younger, I always dreamed of becoming a doctor, because my very young mind then would tell me that doctors were powerful beings that could make sickness go away and make people feel better. As days went by, the image of that doctor that I painted in my mind and matured did become even clearer. From a powerful being to someone who plays an important role in society and improves the lives of people living in it. And so as I grew up, my dream of becoming a doctor intensified even more. I could have taken a different career path after graduation, since like you, I was also confused as to which path I should take. I could have gone to engineering, since I loved math back then. I could have taken courses that are related to visual arts, since I was one, if not the best artist in school before. But I chose to push through with my dream. I opted to stick with my original plan. Maybe because at that time, my heart would tell me that by being a doctor, I would be needed more, that I would be able to serve more, and that I would be able to find true fulfillment. But then, never have I imagined that to become one, I must first go through and endure a very long process. 4 years in pre-med, 5 years in medical school, 3 to 4 years of subspecialty training, etc. By the time my batchmates were already enjoying their salaries or had already formed a family of their own, I, on the other hand, was still financially dependent on my parents, while completely snowed under at med school and training institutions. So this takes me to tip number 2. Focus on your goal. I was not born into a wealthy family, nor do I consider myself to be less privileged. But I was fortunate enough to have such caring parents who did not only send me to college in Iloilo, but supported me both financially and most of all emotionally. Seeing myself in a place away from my family, plus the pressure that I set to myself, which is to excel in everything, was so draining and depressing. However, during those difficult years, my parents were so kind enough not to force me to get higher grades and become an outstanding student, because they knew and understood how demanding my course was in the first place. All that they asked of me was to at least pass and enjoy my college life and always manifest the values that they taught me every step of the way. 4 years later, I graduated my bachelor's degree in pharmacy, that's my pre-med course, but with no Latin honors. During that time, I may have chosen to be frustrated with myself for not satisfying my very own standards and meeting the expectations of others. But I chose to move on and focus on my goal, because I knew I wasn't there yet. On the brighter side, I took pride in this humble experience of mine because it kept me grounded as I progressed through my journey. Then I went to medical school, subsequently passed my medical licensure exams, and afterward underwent my residency training in internal medicine. During these years, I found myself blessed and lucky enough to have been able to survive even if there were so many obstacles along my way. However, life once again was not always that easy for me. Another unexpected series of events came my way, and I ended up asking myself, am I still willing to continue? Is this the end of the road for me? It was at the culmination of my years of medical residency training when I failed the very important examination of my career, the internal medicine certifying examination, or what we call as a diploma exam. This is very important for us internists because passing this exam means that we have already mastered the gift of treating our patients, that we have met the standards set for our specialty, and that we deserve to be called doctors for adult diseases. This is only given once a year by our specialty board, where only less than half of the examinees pass every year. And yes, I was one of those who failed. I failed not only once, but thrice in a row. I was devastated and embarrassed of myself. I lost my self-confidence. I initially stopped believing in my capabilities. But then, in retrospect, I remember this quote from a famous motivational speaker, Lloyd Luna, and he says, "Failure is not the enemy of success. It does not tell you what works, but for sure it tells you what does not work. And knowing what does not work introduces you to what works. And when you know what works, then definitely that is success." And just as how success could define others, failure could also define who you are, because it is what you do when you fail that builds and sets the stage to success. And so I got up fast. I went back on track, and I realized that there is no turning back anymore. I needed to prove to myself that I could still do it, that I could still redeem my self-worth. And so I made a lot of sacrifices. I took time away from my wife and my 3-year-old son. I spent half of our savings just to enroll myself in a review school in Manila. And I became jobless for almost 3 months just because I wanted to focus more on my review. I studied hard and prayed even harder. And then after a few months, I took up the diploma exams again for the 4th time. And lo and behold, with the help of our Lord, all these sacrifices paid off. Because after 3 successive years of falling, I was then able to get up, finally passed my diploma exam, and was conferred 2 years later as the Fellow in Internal Medicine, a prestigious title given by the Philippine College of Physicians to worthy internists. Sometimes, reaching your goals in life is not enough. It's not enough to say that you have already achieved your goals. I cannot truly say that I am indeed successful just because I'm already a doctor. Success is not merely reaching a destination. It's an unwavering pursuit of our true purpose, an unwavering belief in our abilities and capabilities, and the commitment to leave meaningful impact along the way. This leads me to my final tip. Know your purpose. At present, I am already in my 16th year as a doctor. I am now working as a medical specialist in a government hospital, and soon I will take part in the first residency training at the Resita Halandoni Provincial Hospital, where I will also be teaching younger doctors in the field of internal medicine. And yes, somehow at this point in my career, I can truly say that I'm happy. I'm happy that I have finally found my purpose. The purpose to serve the poor who cannot even afford to go to top-notch subspecialists in the city. The purpose to alleviate and ease the pain of whatever sickness my patient might have, even if sometimes it cannot be cured anymore. The purpose of molding our new doctors to become better internists so that they can also serve those who need them. You know, I could have chosen to further myself to more ambitious and lucrative subspecialties in Manila and even abroad. But this is where I am most needed. This is where I can be of great help. And this is where I can serve more. No amount of money can repay the fulfillment that I get from every single patient that I treat as a general internist, while enjoying and feeling the love coming from my family and from the people around me. Perhaps my story is how I define success. Perhaps my vision of what success is different from yours. Perhaps success to you is to have more money, or become more famous, or maybe to be healthy, to have a healthy family, or to be spiritually sound. But no matter how you see or define success, what's important is that you were able to find your purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Looking back at my journey, my story of success would not be possible if I was not resilient. I would not be talking before you right now if I did not withstand the challenges I met along the way. My journey showcased the transformative power of resilience, proving that no matter what challenges I face, I was able to conquer adversity. This is because during our time, even before the K-12 programs came into fruition, I was already molded through our version of Resilient Educational Foundation. The one that did not only focus on providing basic knowledge to their students, but also instilled the values of perseverance, determination, and grit. The one that is exemplified by our very own Alma Mater, the Our Lady of the Pillar Academy. Maybe the challenges that I experienced back then were different from the ones that you are currently experiencing. If before, poverty, insufficient school facilities, and shortage of teachers were among the leading problems that we all had to face, now, in addition to these problems, we have the COVID pandemic, social media, disinformation, climate change, and so on. However, as you can see, in the past 2 to 3 years, our school has shown us how to face and survive these challenges. Our school has adopted the different teaching methods like distance learning and homeschooling, and has even embraced technology like shifting to online learning platforms and visual classrooms, etc. All these were done to ensure that quality education is uninterrupted and that every single one of you will not be left behind. So, class of 2023, this is my offering to you. Today, you graduate, and today, you embark on your journey. Dream with your heart, stay focused, and know your purpose. And I hope that as new products of our resilient Alma Mater, you will also embody its attributes and qualities as you develop your skills and tools that you will soon use and need to overcome obstacles, adapt to the changing circumstances, and thrive in your respective careers. OLPAnians, I wish you success. I cannot wait to see the world you have helped build for you and for the future generation. I am honored to be this one small voice of inspiration at the beginning of your journey. On behalf of Batch 1997 of the Our Lady of the Pillar Academy, I am Gerard Paul Rito Espeleta, MD, saying congratulations and Godspeed.
Thank you, Dr. Gerard Paul Rito Espeleta, for your profound words and wisdom. Your insights will undoubtedly resonate with our graduates as they embark on their future endeavors.
The certificate reads as Our Lady of the Pillar Academy, Bago Incorporated. Certificate of Recognition is awarded to Dr. Gerard Paul Rito Espeleta.